New studies show that more isn't always better when it comes to exercise. All you need is 3 30-minute workouts a week to get into better shape. So grab your iPod and let's go. Dog owners can expect a heavy fine if they don't pick up after their pets. All you gotta do is grab a bag, pick it up, and toss it out. Texting while driving is a big no for California drivers. And so is talking without a hands-free device. With clouds in the sky and rain in the forecast, residents of the recently burned foothill communities are worried that this loose dirt will turn into heavy mudslides. Twitter allows people to be connected 24/7. About to hop in the shower. How much information is TMI? Too much information. On a budget? Simple ingredients, $10, 20 minutes of preparation, and maybe a few chopping skills. A family of 4 can have a delicious and healthy dinner. At Thank Dog Boot Camp, your dog is your workout partner. They don't tell you no, they never quit, and they're there with you 100% of the way. The task force revised guidelines and now recommends women start routine mammogram screening at age 50, not 40. Kaiser Permanente's Southern California medical region leads the nation in breast cancer screening. Radiologist and director of the breast center, Paula Nudell, disagrees with the recommendations.
Very worried about it. I'm very worried what's going to happen in the future.
Despite being the #2 cancer killer of women behind skin cancer, there are no physicians that specialize in only breast disease. Gynecologists provide specialty care to women in their teens and early adulthood, but ovarian cancer affects 1 in 68 women. Physician and gynecologist Andrea Winnick sees benefits of having more specialists for women.
I think that would be of a great benefit because I don't feel that a lot of women know breast self-examinations.
The U.S. Task Force also said that doctors should recommend their patients stop regular breast exams, which has some strong reaction from doctors.
That's absurd. Okay, I can't tell you. I mean, there are so many women whose breast cancers have been found by themselves.
OBGYN department administrator and nurse Joan Henry is a breast cancer survivor herself. She found her own lump 3 months after getting a mammogram and offers her own advice to women.
Know your body. I mean, the important thing is know your body.
Opponents of mammograms say women don't need the necessary radiation, but many doctors agree the pros outweigh the cons.
However, there have been many studies have been performed that show that there really is no risk.
Death rates of breast cancer have been decreasing since the 1990s due to increased prevention. But with the new recommendations, some doctors are worried for an adverse effect.
We will see in the next 10 years probably a dramatic increase in mortality.
Doctors at Kaiser agree self-breast exams and mammograms starting at age 40, unless a woman is at higher risk, are key to prevention.
And regardless of what a physician says, and I've been in the healthcare field for too long, the self-breast exam I think is important because you're going to know when something is abnormal.
In Woodland Hills, I'm Emily Metters for Valley View News. Hundreds of illegal marijuana dispensaries that line the streets of Los Angeles are being shut down. The LA City Council voted after 5 years of debate on an ordinance that will become one of the toughest in the state. Los Angeles Councilman Dennis Zine helped create the ordinance. Councilman Zine says it will get rid of abuses, crime, and bring back the real reason medical marijuana has been allowed in Los Angeles.
Compassionate Use Act. Compassionate Use Act. That's been replaced with greed and cash. It's no longer compassionate. It's about greed, how much can I get, and how much cash can I get. But people we know get involved in it not for medical purposes, to get high.
The ordinance has gone into effect, and Zine says they are already shutting down illegal dispensaries.
We know many of them were running illegal operations, selling, which they can't do according to the law. We're already taking efforts to shut those down. Some people are going to go to jail, goods are going to be confiscated.
The rise of dispensary entrepreneurs drawn to a lucrative cash business created Los Angeles as the epicenter of a marijuana boom. Shop owners of local businesses like the Shalom House in Woodland Hills have seen rises in crime being located next to a dispensary.
And since that, we have noticed crime. We've noticed, people dealing drugs every so often.
The ordinance will keep the number of dispensaries at around 70, with priority given to dispensaries that legally filed for operation in 2007. Legal dispensary owners like Dimitri Addis of New Age Compassion must operate now as not-for-profit, but he also sees advantages of the new ordinance.
Once the ordinance goes into effect, hopefully they will eliminate these people once and for all, and give the opportunity back to the people that deserve it.
Lighting up in Los Angeles has become an abuse, and endocrinologist Stuart Kramer is looking forward to the true compassion for marijuana patients returning, rather than the money-hungry businesses.
It has to really stop because it's not medicinal.
The ordinance will ban consumption of marijuana at dispensaries, require them to close before 8 p.m., and outlaws neon cannabis leaf signs. The new ordinance will require legal dispensaries to locate 1,000 feet from so-called sensitive areas, such as schools, parks, libraries, and other dispensaries. Reporting in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Emily Metters for Valley View News. Rates of teens with obesity, ages 10 to 9, tripled in the past 30 years. But you wouldn't know it by watching these guys. Instead of sitting on a couch and playing video games, they're spending their time after school training. Some teens work out for hours, often on top of other sports team practices.
I train Monday through Thursday, 4 days a week basically.
They run in the sand, throw tires, and lift heavy sledgehammers and ropes, all in the hills and heat of a canyon.
I do it because it gives me a competitive edge on the football field, and also because I like to be with my friends, you know.
Training programs created by Proactive Sports Performance in Thousand Oaks incorporate different environments for the youth to train in. Some workouts are on an outside course that creates a full-body training regimen. Other workouts take place in the weight room, where kids go through different exercises, including running on a treadmill, lifting weights, and different agility and jumping stations. There are many positives of youth training, including sports performance, decreasing risk of injury, and learning to maintain a healthy lifestyle. But some parents and doctors worry that lifting weights may not be healthy on younger teens. Doctor and physical therapist Brett Darrington explains being cautious is necessary for a teen's mind and body, but overall training is positive for youth.
You want to make sure youth aren't lifting too heavy too young, but in general exercise is always good to, I think, set those behavioral patterns.
Preparing for better sports performance and learning a healthy lifestyle is the ultimate goal of these proactive teens. In Thousand Oaks, Emily Metters, Valley View News. 2 hikers were rescued early this morning from Silmar Canyon. They're in good condition after being stranded for 9 hours in cold weather. They could not be rescued sooner because weather conditions grounded the helicopter search team. Syrian President Bashar Assad has defied U.S. calls to loosen ties with Iran. Assad said his long-standing alliance with Tehran remains strong despite Washington's desire for him to shift loyalties. Kind pirate. That's what a Frenchman who broke into President Obama's and Britney Spears' Twitter feeds would like to be called. 23-year-old Francois C. says he's not a hacker, but a kind pirate seeking to expose security weaknesses. We've got some scattered clouds in Northridge at this hour. It's currently 67 degrees. There's a 60% chance of rain later today, and over the weekend, expect more clouds with highs reaching 67 degrees. But there's no chance of rain in the weekend forecast.